I haven't slept properly for 2 days, but for some odd reason, neither my eyes are burning nor my body is aching. The night before yesterday, I think I just overdosed on coffee. I was so full of energy that I couldn't sleep. I spent the whole night watching YouTube, watching anime, and scrolling through my Instagram. But last night was different. Last night, I was already sleep deprived and I was ready to go for a big long sleep. So at around 12:30 at night, I turned on the cooler, tucked myself into the bed, closed my eyes, and I was ready to go for a sleep. I think I was about to fall into a dream when my eye just suddenly fell on my face and nearly broke my nose. The shock woke me up. I stood up in my bed. I didn't know where I was. Was I still dreaming? Was I awake? I couldn't comprehend. My vision was also very blurry. I wasn't able to see anything properly. All I could see was something that appeared to be a thin white trail of smoke. Was it a demon snatching away my soul? Or was it something out of my dream that somehow I was still able to see even though I was awake? I don't know. Soon the white trail disappeared as my vision came back. There was a strange surge of fear coursing through my veins, but I decided to ignore it and tried to fall back to sleep. So I laid back down, covered my face with the blanket. But as soon as I closed my eyes, a squeaking sound woke me up. This time, the surge of fear in my veins was so intense I couldn't ignore it. So I stood up and ran out of my room. So I sat beside my cat right in front of my room and stroked his belly until he fell asleep. It was now about 1 a.m. at night, so I decided to go back to my room, hoping to get a good night's sleep. So again, I tucked myself in the bed, covered my face with the blanket. But again, just as soon as I was about to get a good night's sleep, the squeaking sound woke me again. It was like there was an army of rats inside my ear that were commanded to kill me as soon as I fall asleep, and the squeaking was the product of their war cries. Now I knew there was no way I was getting asleep. I knew that I had to stay awake the whole night. Again, fear coursed through my veins more intense than ever. I wanted to run away, but this time my body decided not to. It wasn't out of courage by any means. My body was just paralyzed with fear. I thought if I have to just stay awake the whole night, I can watch YouTube videos like I did last night, but it was no use. My body just wouldn't move no matter how hard I tried. I felt like I was a living dead body. All my senses, like my sight and my hearing, were there, but my body just was not in my control. I was tied down to my bed by the chains of the sleep demon. The whole night passed by in fear. Everything terrified me. The rustling of the pages of the calendar sounded like the breath of a demon. My own shadow had become a monster, and I kept feeling an eerie presence all around me. Sooner than I knew, the day broke. The birds started chirping, and I fell asleep, but not for long, just an hour or two. I do not know how or why did this happen to me, and neither do I want to know. All I want is to have a good and a restful sleep tonight, and hopefully I will.